So, how are you, Daisy? So, you enjoyed the book on Edward Jenner and you had many, many more questions about viruses and diseases and infections? Okay. So, right, okay, so they were talking about smallpox. No, you can't get smallpox from being small. You know that, silly. No more than you can get goosebumps from being a goose or give somebody goosebumps because you're a goose. No, actually, no. We talked about that smallpox, right? It's a virus. It's actually much more deadly. And if you remember, yeah, Edward Jenner injected into that brave young man, and his parents were very, very concerned. He injected the cowpox virus. And cowpox actually got its name. It's true that for the most part you obviously can't get it from a cow, but people when they would milk the teats on the udder that's under the cow, they could sometimes get that virus would hang around there. Okay, but it's like most viruses. Okay, it's airborne and it can be very, very contagious. But the cowpox was a weaker version of a more deadly one, which is smallpox, which you can't you don't have to be small to get it. Okay, and for the most part, just getting back to cowpox, the viruses they're from rodents, which they can spread it to cats and cows and humans and zoo animals, even including large cats and elephants. All right, but the cowpox was a more mild virus than the smallpox disease, which was quite deadly. So, what's your other question? Chicken pox? Okay. No, you can't get chicken pox from being a chicken anymore, like I said, then you could get goosebumps from a goose or getting smallpox from being small. It's a virus, yeah. And, so why do they call it chicken pox? I actually know the answer to that. They're not exactly sure, but there are a couple of theories. When you get chicken pox, you actually get blisters on your body. Okay, and these blisters, they look, to many people, they look like chickpeas or chechi peas, garbanzo beans. You know when you guys eat at lunchtime sometimes? Yeah, exactly. On Friday sometimes, right? They have these very tasty things to many people. But I also remember reading that the etymology of chicken is chichen, which is similar to the etymology for the word itch, jijen. Yeah, so they said at some point people with their pronunciations, we know language from language, culture to culture, eventually itch, chicken, jijen for itch, and chichen for chicken, it may have kind of morphed into one another, and when people do get chicken pox, they do get itchy. So that might explain it. And there's one other idea that chicken pox got its name because you get that rash, like I said, with those blisters. And when they first start out, the rash marks look like peck marks caused by a chicken when a chicken pecks away at something. So it kind of looks like that. There's a reddish color to it after a little while. And like I said, that old English word jichen, which is to itch, and maybe it morphed into a very similar sounding word, chichen, meaning young fowl. Yeah, you're a young fowl too. A fowl, Fow, is a bird. Okay, but again, you can't get chicken pox from being a chicken. You can't get it from touching a chicken. All right, and what else? Okay, yeah, that's right. Again, let's review, right? You get cowpox, and sometimes people, because rodents would spread it, they would be the infected teats, which is what you pull on when you get the milk out of a cow, right? Around the udder, exactly. And cowpox was similar, but it was much more mild. Yeah, smallpox was a deadly disease, but it was basically wiped out officially from the world. The World Health Organization considered it to be wiped out. I think the last case was in 1977, and they officially said it was gone by 1980. And, it had infected people and killed people for thousands and thousands of years until Edward Jenner, exactly, beautiful, came up, created that smallpox vaccine, right, in 1796. And if you remember, right, He took that mild virus, that cowpox, and he injected it into that brave young man. His parents approved. They were very worried and concerned. But by doing this, this is the whole key to your immunity system. When you get exposed to it, like he did with getting that vaccine, he built up a resistance, a strength, a protection against the deadly virus, smallpox. And your body builds up those antibodies. And it's like little soldiers just going at it with that deadly virus, okay? Or viruses. It doesn't always have to be deadly. And injecting a live virus into a living thing, such as a human being or an animal, this had never really been done before. And we are actually going to learn about another incredible scientist after, okay? But we'll get to that in a minute. But also the reason they called it a vaccine, yeah, that's right. It's Latin, vaca, very similar to Spanish. You're right. I know that you speak all those languages because you're so smart. Look at that. Very proud of you. Okay. And yeah, they called it a vaccine because it comes from vaca, meaning cow. And think about it. Cowpox, that was the vaccine he injected. Vaca, vaccine. It was sort of like a blend of Latin and then into the English language. And a vaccine is that very important substance that prevents people from getting a disease. And yeah, we are going to learn about Louis Pasteur. Pasteur sounds familiar to you? Yes, it's French. Absolutely. No, not pasture like the fields where the animals graze. Pasteur. Where have you seen that? That's right. On the sides of milk containers, juice boxes and juice containers. Yes, pasteurized, exactly. Now, what exactly did he come up with? Well, that's for the next video we're going to discuss, all right? You okay? That's a lot of knowledge that you got filled with, and there was a lot of great information that you shared with me too. All right, let me shake your hand or your wing. Can I tickle your feet? You're not ticklish? Okay, that's all right. So come on over here, all right? And then we're going to stop this video right now, great? You want to swim? Where do you want to swim? I mean, we're in the city right now. The sink? Well, I can't fit in the sink. I can't swim with you in the sink. The bathtub? Bathtub. I think that, wow. Yeah, we could do a little swimming. Where's your bathing suit? That's right. You don't have to wear a bathing suit because you're a duck, silly goose. I know you're not a goose. That's just an expression. All right. Well, you know what? Why don't you go for a swim and you enjoy the water because I have some work that I have to do, but maybe I could join you a little bit later. And then, definitely we'll swim in the summer. I'll even go to the pond with you, your favorite pond. Okay? I'm going to make, you know it, I'll make a bigger splash than you. You want to have a swimming race? Well, I have to do a little training for that because I haven't exercised as much as I usually do because of everything that's going on. All right? But you enjoy yourself. Okay? All right.